Good morning everyone, welcome back to episode 2 here on Pallegney. And I'm just on my way back with the cattle trailer. I just picked up a new load of calves. I'm heading back now. I'm a bit later than usual with this, and that's because I actually had some stuff to do this morning. One of those things being chatting with the dealer on a slurry spreader, and they still had one in one of their other dealers that they operate a bit further afield. So that should be coming my way soon. So that was the one thing. The other thing I've been looking at is what I want to do with the last 3 fields, last 5 hectares of land that still needs to be planted. And I've had some chats and I talked to some people, to some representatives, and there is a sugar mill in Castle now that has some extra space for a farmer to grow some sugar beets. So I'm going to be growing sugar beets for them. As I expected, the lorry should have arrived any minute with the lower loader, and it actually did. So it's right around the corner here. Have a sneak peek. There it is. Oh, hey, and they even... That's really nice. They even picked up my 2 totes of fertilizer that I still needed. And this is the slurry tanker and the mulcher as well. Cool. So they've got everything. So obviously it's not advised to pick these totes up with pointy spiky grabs, but it does work. I should have gotten the pallet fork, because this way I can actually puncture them if I'm not careful, but just for quickly moving them around it'll probably be fine. I'll just have to sign some paperwork so the lorry driver can go on its way again. I'll be right back. So, all the paperwork has been signed, the lorry driver is on its way back, and I have a slurry tanker to take a look at. I do quite like it. The only thing that's odd to me is the end piece here. So, on the back there is a what you call a splash plate, and what this does is that the slurry just comes out of the pipe with a high pressure. It shoots up against the plate and it gets splashed around the field. In the Netherlands, where I'm from and what I'm used to, this is completely illegal. You have to actually inject the slurry in the ground, so you need to cut open the ground, put the slurry in, close it back up. It's called slurry injecting. And systems like this, and even like the drag hoses that you see a lot in Germany, they're illegal. So it's weird to see. This is a lot lighter, a lot cheaper, a lot lower maintenance. All in all, it's just a cheaper system to run. It also has its downside. It's not as accurate, and it actually, you kind of need a bit of rain to go over it. And I'm actually going to try to run the 3650 on it, because I think it looks good as a combination. So what we're going to do is I'm going to be spreading slurry on the remaining fields. This is odd. That's supposed to fill up with slurry when you fill it, but apparently it's not attached. Oh well. I might have to look into that. It's not a major issue, you'll hear it when it runs out. So yeah, that didn't take long to empty. I changed my mind, it's not going to be a cinematic. I'm going to be throwing this into a time-lapse because we've got a lot of loads to do. And if I'm honest, I don't think I'm gonna be able to spread slurry on all of the fields, at least the 2 big ones, I hope. But that went down really quickly. That was incredible. It's not even up and down, and it was empty, so yeah, that might be an issue. So I'm gonna throw this into a time lapse, and then I'll see you probably when it's done.
Find your way into this wonderland. Cross the maze, the dark, the innocent. Chase the faith, the thrill, the heaven sent. I got you wild upside down. The labyrinth will guide you far away to a place where senses will decay. Your ghost and mind will shadow play. I got you wild upside down. Upside down. Find your way into this wonderland. Cross the maze, the dark, the innocent. Chase the faith, the thrill, the heaven sent. I got you wild upside down. The labyrinth will guide you far away to a place where senses will decay. Your ghost and mind will shadow play. I got you wild upside down.
So that's all the slurry spread for now. We've got around 27,000 liters left, but I've freed up more than enough space for the guys to produce for the rest of the year, and I don't have enough to finish the third field anyway. It's really surprised me how much I've actually used on these two fields alone, actually one and a bit. I have to say, this piece of kit, it works beautifully. It really does work great. So with that done, the next job that I need to do is to actually work it in. So I'm at the dealership, and because they kind of out of nowhere called me that they had something on sale that just came in that I might like to upgrade some of the soil preparation, because I've been chatting with them about it. And it's this. Now technically this is a slurry injector, but as you can see, it's a 2-nano slurry injector, and normally this goes on the back of a slurry tanker, and the slurry gets pumped through the hoses to the tines, and it works the slurry into the soil immediately. But it's also a cultivator that goes around, well, if you drive fast enough, it goes around I believe 15 to 20 centimeters deep, and it vibrates. So the way that these tines are made, they vibrate a bit from left to right in the soil, and that is what opens up and mixes the soil. I want to give it a try to see how well it works, how well it cultivates the field. Because the thing is, with a sugar beet, the sugar beet needs a very fine tilth anyway, so I need to go over it with the cultivator on a shallow setting anyway, no matter what I did. And I want to try and see if this is a quick way to go over it than with the 4-meter disc that I've got. So I'm currently looking at the field, and there are a lot of weeds in it, and quite a bit of stubble as well from the sunflowers still left over. Ideally I'd want to disc this, but I'm afraid that with the discs it's not gonna work deep enough, because it hasn't had any primary tillage nor secondary tillage. So it still needs a primary as well, ideally, especially if I'm going to be growing sugar beets on here. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm actually going to be running this one over it, and then when we get closer to the sugar beet planting next month, I believe, that's when I'll be disking it as well. So for now I'm going to be running this one, and we'll see what it does.
We went for each other like a bullet from a gun. Fast faster than the sheriff's drawing, hotter than the sun. Didn't see it coming lately, I've been on the run. You know you've seen my face before, so let me tell you something. Darling, you fell in love with the famous man. See my pictures posted everywhere across the land. And if you run with me, you got to understand that you're holding on to a dangerous hand. If I want it, would you still want me? 'Cause babe, I want it. Do you still want me? I got a bag of money, honey, and it don't belong to me. Took it from a man that had it coming, so you know it wasn't free. We'll load this Smith and Wesson up and take our horses east. And if we run into any trouble, we'll leave them in the crimson streets. Darling, you fell in love with the famous man. See my pictures posted everywhere across the land. And if you run with me, you got to understand that you're holding on to a dangerous hand. If I want it.
So I've been steadily continuing to work. Sun is about to set and the whole sky is turning orange at the moment, as you can see. It is beautiful down here, especially this time of day, so just before sunset. So I'm just finishing off this field. It's the last little corner and the final headland. It's a bit of an awkward one with like the slanted edge, but yeah, I'm actually kind of impressed by what the cultivator is doing. It looks really good, to be honest. So if I just hop out for a second, and it's not that level, but then again you wouldn't expect it from a machine like this, because it doesn't have anything like a roller or a cage roller or anything in the back to level it out, or discs or anything you'd see. I'll show you on the cultivator later. So it's leaving it in like ruts and lines, and it's not that level, but it's not necessary either, because I'm still going to go over it anyway to create the fine tilt or the seed bed. So I'm going over it again with the seed bed preparation, and that's going to create a fine tilt and a level seed bed for the sugar beet to go in. With that said, I think I'm going to call it a day for now, at least on camera. I'm still finishing the field, of course, but yeah, no, I think it's been great. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoyed everything I did. And with this beautiful sunset, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again soon in the next video. For now, thanks for watching. Bye for now. See you later.